info if they are committing towards the site.
So around here out of V1 off the start, mid control for NRG is being set up. Sam will stay here just to ensure no one gets sneaky in this area. And spotting out Xander, he will look to concede. There was a trademark there the whole time, so they're perfectly fine to relent on this space. Now, it's a hit over towards B. Tags has to get away, and that he will.
Yeah, and that gets scary for a second. The Jet dashing on in, and Tex just outside of range from the rendezvous. He is able to get away safely, though. The wall made quick work of one piece already taken down. Make it 2, so it's not the safest, but a trademark on the opposite side gives info on anybody aggressive here from the defense. Wardell, first contact here. Seen that Omen come on through. It's a dark cover to block off Yellow. Shrouded step as well going up on top, but he falls right on into the smoke, and Xander's here. He's got the ghost, and he's got the kills. The reload's perfect. He wants some more, and he will get it. Xander almost single-handedly taking the round here for the squad as Wardell to pick up a couple more.
Can frag, and he does it again.
And we didn't get to see Sam's point of view there. I'm wondering if he was just put in a bad spot by going up on top on the yellow box and had to drop off, or if he didn't mean to do that, because he definitely wasn't ready to take a fight on the inside of that smoke. He's ready to fight on the outside of this one. Unfortunately, Xander just a bit more ready as Tex able to bag a 1. Drops the spike onto the ground, but I think that's really all she wrote here for the squad. It's a classic of Ethan. Rings true for 1. It's Wardell 3 on the round.
When he's normally on those duelists, will that continue? Is he going to be slower? What does the playstyle look like? Because it is very much a paradigm shift for this guy. And, well, in this round, looks like aggression could be that answer. Up on this high off angle above, this is really tough to clear out. And Penny just unprepared. Sam will stick around for a moment and get on away.
Are they worried about somebody up through mid? You saw Tex looking that way. Sam now to hold that position. Tex still up towards the yellow box. Celsius, we had the barrier orb in hand. Xander, though, has been so good. First couple of rounds here for version 1, and he doesn't let up just yet. Wardell through the toxic screen will take down Sam. And that's going to allow for the plant. Meanwhile, flank. Slowly but surely, Ethan will try and link up with the squad. The trademark to reveal him out towards mid in the Viper's pit. I said Wardell was close to the ult, but Xander even closer, and it gets so difficult to work through this. You push on through, you're getting decayed. The Spectres do it all.
Yeah, but look what Ethan has. 2 flashes, his knife still available, information, and blinds up. See what he can get done with it as you already working around yellow.
Do the ult. Wardell goes down. The rifles starting to do their jobs. But again, the time, it's ticking down. Somebody's got to hop onto that spike, and it seems to be Ethan to do it. Nobody really there to fight for it. Eventually, he goes down to the snake bite.
Oh, no.
And, well, Hazed meets the same fate he didn't have. Yeah, that's tough, Hazed. Just a moment too early. As that decay is coming up, you can usually tank the snake bite. But he only had 1 health, so pretty squishy. Tank it that. Oh, Ethan goes right through the wall, right past the drone, but right into the bullets of Wardell. So he meets a quick fate. He's scrap metal now here in this round, which is to be expected. Good damage in way of the utility. Not going to delay the plant just yet, but does chip away. Going to force that healing orb, and the Sheriff of Sam going to find 1. So Effie's falls. Weapon just out of reach, though. So damage, the name of the game. Containment, the name of the game. Sheriff's Marshall, a headhunter. They've got, well, they're well equipped, I will say. They're proving it here as the headhunter and the sheriff to start to get
to work with better than an operator to hold
you want
within
to play?
his hands,
Let's
and
play.
is always in the right spot. Back yellow he will hold, but on the other side, Wardell with a Dorta Force of his own.
Oh, and who gives what first? Saw mention around. Wardell gives a leg. And Tex will put a hole in his body. Wardell falls his Tour de Force down. Now going back towards it. Drone should get the chamber, but are they going to be expecting Sam here? Resurrection comes through. Kill going to be rebagged as Tex will TP away. You falls on the cross through the slow orb. Penny tries to go, but Sam is there. The paranoia, it goes wide, but it doesn't matter. 2 kills for the Omen. And finally, NRG are showing signs of life as Celsius on the raise. Looked pretty damn good here on the stage in the 1v4. It's difficult, and well,
will be dissuaded early from their space over towards A. Xander is again reestablishing himself on this space towards mid, trying to see if someone will get aggressive. This should be the double bounce lineup to get rid of that trademark. Does it connect? Nope. Goes a little too short. That's the power of running Chamber versus Killjoy on this map. You can really place that piece of utility anywhere, and it's tough to have the right Sova lineup for it. It could be a bit of a faux pas to not hear that call out and not get rid of one, but regardless, no one's going to try and lurk off of that. So Dart is V1. Oh, gets suppressed. I think 4 players revealed by that one knife.
Well, they still want to do it. Wall is out, wall in response, and, well, another wall, that one being the barrier orb. Gonna be made quick work of, though, in the snake bites. Looking to delay. FE seems to have found a bit of respite to try and get that spike planted, but the shots in the fragment will stall for just a bit longer. And now the Null Command. This cuts off all the abilities. It's all about the fighting now as Xander gives himself up inside Kitchen. EU eventually falls, and FE's there to be traded out. It's back and forth, but Tech somehow able to get it done with the Headhunter still as Wardell. Up in hand. Plays defense as that spike ticks down, and he's going to have to take the fight once more with Tex. Just waiting on the outside. 0 points. Cut off the abilities once more. Sprayed out onto the spike, but instead, Zelsis gets nothing. And look at this. Ethan's behind the wall. They got to go so wide to try and stop.
Maps, but he's going to most certainly stand out here on Iceboxes. We want to do. Let's send their way over towards A. Early on, it will just be Ethan to hold, but with a push coming through from mid, this could either be commitment to a flank or just fast rotations over to A for NRG.
Tex solo dolo hanging out on that B site. A-okay to anchor. This time he doesn't have a trademark or himself in front, but all other bases, they're covered for now. And a very late Viper's Pit to try and stop this play out towards the A side. Hunter's Fury from FB's unfortunately not going to find too much, so version 1 still struggling to find an opening here as the smokes continue to come through, and the Viper utility proves to be just a bit too much. They got to go the other way.
Look at Tex. He's been posted here. An off angle, just past yellow. Get one with the operator, teleport away, help his team to hold the site. Getting a shot here could be so big. The dart will not reveal him in time. Wardell peeks in. Wardell goes down.
Just a moment too early on the peak is Wardell, and that's another operator down. Last time it was tour de force, this time op to op. And Tex out on top, TPs to safety. It's still nothing committed, but with 30 seconds, you have to assume that it's coming here. The wall goes up once more, and Toxic screen. The spike get to be planted. Finally, will come on down. Hunter's Fury gonna go wide, thinking that he hopped off the plant. Now understands that he just chose to plant elsewhere. Zelsis survives. He's low HP. He'll be forced to use that healing orb on himself. Out towards mid. Meanwhile, Penny trying to stop the play, trying to stop the lurk, but he gets taken down. Zelsis, is he going to be noted in this position? His rifle may be showing just on the opposite side. Now he's pinged out. He hasn't fallen just yet. He picks up his first, and NRG, they're so quick. They're so good. And Xander, the first 2, maybe the first 3.
Dave, they have invested a hero rifle in towards Zelsis. You were talking about this guy. He was so good the first 2 maps of this series. Now on the stage, you'll have to see what he can get done.
He doesn't quite have that same utility in a way of fragging power. Oh, Xander, speaking of red and dead, it happens again out towards mid. He gets nothing there. Zelsis the next to fall, and 2 sheriffs and 5 shots in the Headhunter is what V1 are working with. Well, a tie game just around, a tie game maybe. Prime Gaming Flawless just around the corner. Get that economy bumping for NRG. Penny's got himself a rifle. Nobody can give him a fight just yet. Forced to use that tailwind to sneak away, and eventually he will go down. Only 1 remains. That's Effie's. Man, Effie's has done some crazy things, but feels outside the realm of possibilities. 12 HP, the spike.
Smart in that regard, as operator is out for Tex. New angle. It's the elbow of the Sova, but doesn't take the shot. Doesn't quite have enough to fight on off. Still, he'll post on this line. Saw him another off angle. He can even paranoia to support his teammate in Tex. Version 1, they are walking into a trap here.
Yeah, I mean, the support's already been huge. Sam was there to take down the dart. Tex never gets revealed. He can teleport out after taking this shot. It's all about how much they give him. And Poison Cloud, it actually stops, but he goes back to it and gets it. Tex is a criminal. He's robbing version 1. Fortunately, they get something back, so karma starts to go well. Penny now back on the table means version 1 a player ahead. But what a rough start.
With the criminal still at large, Tex is still posted on this line. The utility has yet to clear him. Dash across. Wait, patient in this one, but now he'll have to fall on away. Viper's Pit up again for Xander. We talked about how good NRG have been on the retakes, but facing a Viper's Pit and an disadvantage, this one will be even tougher.
They've yet to plant. I think that is just inside the pit. The wall goes up. The fragment won't deny, but it will split the team for now. And like you said, NRG, they got to work through this one. The op's still on the outside. Tex far away. It's all about the openings that his teammates can get for him as they look to push on forward, and he is holding the angle. Cloudburst out. Ethan aggressive up towards yellow. Flash on the opposite side. Both flashed up, but a teleport to get away. Penny can't do the same. And NRG, here they come full force on the retake as Hazed and Tex in tandem. Gonna pick it up, and Wardell has the angle. Unchecked around the box. He sprays down 3. Tex is here to battle.
And I like that Wardell is the one to kind of put the onus on himself. Protect the president, keep Xander alive. He is the man who is valuable in that one. Wardell realized that and took advantage. Still, guns are up for both sides. Still, Tex in some way has an operator. It's a tour de force, but just as effective in his hands. Effie's again will try for the shock. I think it's the same lineup. I don't think that'll hit. No.
Unfortunate. I feel like that information is there, right? The round that we saw that last, Xander walked up and still had to shoot the trademark. So you have to assume that they know that that shock dart, unfortunately, isn't getting a whole lot. In this early space, it's been taken by NRG. We've seen version 1 fight back for it. This time, Ethan's still there. And if it was a Vandal, it'd be a dead Zelsis.
In this world, Zelsis alive and well. What can they do to deny this one? Still utility 4, but Penny just dashing on in. V1 have the space. The paranoia connects, and well, he swung too far. He's dead. Highest still alive in the backlines, but not for long. Just 1 for 1 in that trade. We even out in a pretty tough spot if Tex just shoots. If Tex just shoots, it would have been a freebie. Excuse me, actually. The wall in his face, unaware. That's position. Tex now is the only man left alive. Suspicious that someone could be in close, but back behind the box at off angle now. Effie's is spotted on out, but a flank is coming through. He needs to get this kill now. He needs to get this kill quickly, and with the flank arriving and Zelsis on the other side of the wall, it's just too much to ask. The one to play the weird duelist, to pull up the Yoru, pull out the Neon, try something new. This is new, but let's see how much they can get done with it. Penny dashing in towards mid. EU doesn't show face just yet.
Snakebite out and over the top to try and deter a push up towards Tube. Luckily for version 1, nobody's headed that way just yet. Tex, though, aggressive on the angle, up on pipes. As the operator, we'll see if anybody can clear him out. Ethan now just getting on top of 410, so should be able to watch his back from Belt. And Wardell does it again. Just gives up a little too much of shoulders. All Tex needs to make sure this team will be at a player advantage. The drone taken down. Tex revealed to be backing away, and Ethan, I think he was the one to shoot the drone, but they haven't cleared a back sight just yet. A tough spot. That wall goes up. Good damage onto EU. He just wanted to get onto the site, but version 1 weren't happy about it. Now the recon bolt sent out, and it just falls short. Tex immediately traded, so the chambers are down as Hayes tries to battle their way back onto the A site. They haven't conceded it just yet. Effies and pennies will fall. Ethan maybe wants some more. No, it's Sam instead. Look at reposition. Goes up top of screens. And Zelsis, again, a one.
Opening engagements. That's definitely getting the better of that one. Interesting to note that this has been an incredibly slow start for Penny. If he comes online, V1's already looking good. You get Penny back to its full form. This team looks scarier than ever. Viper's Pit will be popped. I don't think there's anyone really close enough to defend this site. NRG will likely just have to concede, try and keep that pit up to make themselves a nuisance.
Yeah, I mean, the best part about the pit, too, is if anybody wants to stay inside, they're down to 1 HP, so you can wait or watch some of these angles as players look to cross back over. Hazed fishing on the inside, not going to get too much. Now everybody on the outside means no decay to be had. How can they defend the plant? Well, that's a pretty good start. Tex taken down. Wardell finally getting the better half of that trade. Ethan, as the wall goes down, gets some kill on Xander. He doesn't spot the player up top in time as Wardell will finally get some value out of it, but it's a back and forth. The pit no longer stands, and Wardell has to be the hero once more. A 3K here in this round. It'll take 4, and he will get it. It's a duelist on the attacking side who can just look to get in. If you're trying to Shrouded Step as your jet dash, pseudo jet dash, you're just dead, man. You're just dead. So all eyes, I think, on Sam here as he takes a back seat from the duelist.
Wait, what just happened? Was that a Molly combination? Oh, they were within the orb. They were trying to creep through the orb, and Effie's just shock darts through and hits 2. That's massive. I don't know if he heard a footstep or if it was just a read, but finding that much value with the shock dart is so good, and now it's just a firing squad version 1.
Yeah, NRG, it was over right as it began. They don't have a whole lot now. It's just a sheriff from Sam here in this. Recon Bolt out and over the top, and okay, the Headhunter. Good for the first, but low HP on Tex means this Spectre still scary, but the classics on the day, the classics have been insane. And with the slow orb out towards mid, a 3v3. No weapon retrieves just yet. EU can reveal himself. He's only on the classic, but he has a couple of shock darts. We'll see if this is an EU shock dart round.
Really heavy setup in towards the mid here, but look at where Sam has found himself. He's lurked really deep in towards his A site and is now going to push in towards defender side. It's one Penny, not looking. Sam eventually finds the shot. He needs to live though. He needs to stay alive in this position, teleport away. He sneaks out of it. A smooth criminal in this one now. The defense is split. V1, a single player over towards main, a single player over towards A. Where does Wardell go? Wardell could change this round. If he finds the right timing on the flank, tries to shut down on Ethan, that could be big. I think it's awkward. He's pushing forward, going through the spawn side. Now that he hears the plant, he will double back though. Trademark ensures he still has this space to work back into.
Zelsis has a rifle, so he's sitting pretty. A couple of body shots will be just enough, but still a disadvantage for version 1 as they look to retake the site. The spike planted just below the bridge. 0 point available to garner information, but 1 of 2 at the very least heard. 2 of 2 spotted though. Ethan, a huge position to be had. Zelsis gonna find the first here in the retake. Now the odds are even as the shock darts go out. EU just looking to play shock darts, looking to be the lineup. It's Wardell to go aggressive, and they're running out of time. Wardell just has to stick it. Can EU hold it out? Yes, he can. He found the kill, and Zelsis headed for the hills, but he dies. Tells me, though, that maybe they got something cooked up here on the defense. No, unfortunately, I don't think that this is the round, because in this anti-eco for NRG, it's quite a bit bolstered. It's rifles across the board, full armor across the board. Again, they didn't bring anything but 1 sheriff into that thrifty round that they just picked up. Tex to go aggressive. That's the weapon that gets it started, though. The Headhunter on the opposite side. A sheriff gonna chip away. Zelsis is finally taken down. Wardell still stands, so he's still a problem, but the team once more has fallen down around him. The bodies drop out towards mid. Both players revealed to NRG. They're able to plant for free. Shock dart not gonna come through from Effie to try and deny there. Recon Bolt just came back up, and Wardell's now got himself a rifle.
Why is this round as close as it is? Version 1. They're pushing NRG to the limit here. Still 2 shocks. Recon available. Ethan should have his knife available soon, but that damage is massive. Sam, though, with a flank. Should lock this one on down. Effie's alone. He's good in the clutch, but this should be too far. This should be too much. Ethan is full HP, but he's pinched. 1 on each side. The one-way now pop. If he goes for the defuse, his toes will show, and Ethan...
Good on the attack. Now it's really his time to shine.
Ooh, that was set up just to try and deny someone getting the orb, but the molly goes a little too deep, so the shock dart combo maybe doesn't quite work out, as Wardell was already past it, so... all good in this one is NRG will have to find a way to get this offer. Wardell suppressed. Does he stay on this line? The Psycho. Man doesn't leave. He sticks around here as a drone coming. Surely this is the call to retreat, and his hand has been forced.
Unfortunately for Wardell, no follow-up, right? EU not having the Hunter's Fury. Try and find the kill there. Well, he makes it away safely. He doesn't get quite what he was looking for. With the operator pushed out aggressively. We go drone for drone. FP's also reveals some positioning out towards mid. But it's only Hayes spotted. How much are they putting into that Viper being spotted out towards mid? And the Recon Bolt gets absolutely nothing.
But in a way, that's information, too. There also might be misinformation, because someone has made it past that smoke, trying to weasel their way up in towards Lurk and Kitchen. And with the null command pop, is the chamber close enough to have the trip disabled? That's my biggest question. Because if the chamber comes within range, that trademark goes down, there could be a big flank hit.
It's happening right about now, and that does, oh, just a moment too late. Hazed, not quick enough on the push through, but he's inside Kitchen. He's got this position assumed, and everybody, or at least somebody, gonna have to look this way. Out towards mid is Tex. He takes the duel with Xander. Zelsis is on the spike. Somebody's got to answer to this one. Version 1 just take the fight right onto him. There's finally EU getting aggressive to stop the defuse as Ethan can hop into the kill feed as well. FB's battles it back, and we're even once more. The op shots, they just aren't landing as Ethan sneaks away. The clock is ticking. FB's has got to hold it here, and Hazed was yeah, if you're version 1, this is right where you want to be. Again, they go for that same combo. Make sure that nobody gets that orb for free. Nobody punished just yet, though, in the tour de force. It's on this side. Ooh, the owl drone doesn't quite spot it. Somebody's got to try and shoot it. And I don't think Wardell was spotted here. Sure, the Marshal is. The dash to safety. Sam might be the first up. No, instead it's Ethan to fall. Wardell teleports away, and Sam just pushes forward. He leaps the top 410. The wall goes up, and Sam goes down. Wardell, this is a very scary man, but he only has one shot left. What can he get with it? The damage has already been done, but everybody's here from version 1.
Utility as well. Zelsis is a new wall on up. Another player spotted. Wardell, he just hits every damn shot. A third kill for him in this round. Only one bullet in that headhunter to work with. And a 2 versus 5 for NRG. At this point, they don't really have an alternate option. You can try and back out towards this B site. Sure, it's open. Sure, you have your trademarks, but the information is lacking. There's only 30 seconds left.
And they're hoping that the cut noise here is going to be enough to buy the rotation, but a drop down from Belt surely heard. Up, tossed out. Tex wants to have a rifle in hand in the 2v4, and with 20 seconds on the clock, they gotta pull the trigger. They gotta move, and they have to move fast. Xander, trusty Sheriff.
One now. NRG will have to look for other options. It's the Sheriffs for the majority of this team, but the tour de force still online, so Wardell can do with it. We get a glance now at Tex.
And good resistance on both sides. Out towards A, we've got that Viper's Pit. Zelsis push aggressive. Get that wall down. Here out towards B long. It doesn't allow for safe passage for basically anybody. Like you noted, a save round for NRG, but we have seen some crazy things on the day. If they can't win the round, they can probably find ways, at the very least, make it hurt. Tour de force. First to contact. Out towards mid. Hazed. Not going to capitalize. Penny will take him down. And Zelsis is just on the other side. Just on the outside. Poison Cloud goes up. It seems to push the team back for now. The decay onto Ethan doesn't feel great, so he'll walk away from it. Tex now looking to reassess the situation, and he's taken down Penny. Another huge kill. Wardell from downtown with the operator. The flash just a second too early, or a second too late, some might say, and it's a Prime Gaming.
A few of these rounds where they find the lurk, they find the space, and that does seem to be their answer. Smoke on up. Where's this teleport going? Where's the backside of G? This is an interesting hit, because Sam commits to it.
And it is quick. A lot committed. They're running up and through the dark cover. Hazed goes fishing. One of the largest catches, but Penny gets one right back. The pit completely denied as Zelsis creeps up. He's got the backstab onto one Ethan. Good for the trade as Tex righting his wrongs from the round previous, but Penny just picking up right where he left off. Continues to frag forward. And in the 2v2, Wardell still hanging on to the operator. Blades available for the Jet. The Hunter, Shuri, though, will do one better. Looking to delay. Now Wardell has to go aggressive. Basically point blank, and he won't land the shot.
One. Money in the back pocket, and still Wardell on this operator.
He will not be revealed, but he has no way out of this. He is out of range of the teleport. Okay, he just walks back in, sneaks away, drone taken down. So no harm, no foul. Early aggression, early space to be given up back towards NRG. And, oh, they heard your cries. More mid play. The trademark should reveal.
Yeah, there was no shock dart to get rid of this one. Tex will probably just look to break it back on away or just hold to see if he can get something done. He's aware of the possibility and will break that one. Does he commit to this play? Someone's going to be forced to go get rid of him. I think this might be intended to just try and pull a rotation. He'll just cause trouble, make a mess in towards mid, and off of that, NRG will try and execute towards A. The question is, can they do it quick enough? Because 2 players have been dispatched. The quick response force over towards the kitchen leaves now just one man, Zelsis, in the backline. And he's suppressed, no wall to defend in this one. He'll probably just have to concede, and the question is, will he even have the opportunity? Getting hounded down, a swing forward. Hayes takes care of him.
Yeah, that's a huge 0 point to not only stop the Sage from using the utility, but also understand it's only the Sage here. Let's go ahead, strengthen numbers, and overwhelm. And Xander meets that same fate. 5 still stand for NRG.
And there's a mid-lark here as well. In towards the late round, Tex is in a position to be an insurance policy.
Oof. Okay, that got weird for a second. Saw him bailed out. EU, the headshot onto Penny. The op shot won't land. Instead, it's Wardell to take some damage as he looks to back away. This has to be a save for the op. But here comes that lurk out towards mid. And
on the edge. They lose out on this round. They'd probably have to be pushed down towards a save. Could be match point here. Could be series point here, but the play out towards mid. Penny, this is a classic, and it still works on out. The edge of the wall, the updraft over, and Penny is successful.
And I love that Wardell, the op, hasn't been hit in the last couple of rounds. They put it in the hands of Penny, and he's able to find a bit of extra value out of it.
Look at this reaction, right? They immediately head back towards A. No one was here. The whole emphasis for V1 was making that play happen. Wardell, though, could change that. He's tucked in down below in a power position. They're moving back. NRG establishing this post plan. It'll come to the retake.
EU for a long time was in spawn. Ethan needs to be careful with his pathing as he was revealed by the Owl drone. And he, gonna drop on the inside. Tex tried to sneak away, but FBs gets the better of him. And Ethan gets caught with the util out once more. Saw him now trying to hold the line for just a moment. But he only gets one. The diffuse is there. It's EU out towards mid. He's trying to hang on. It's a shock dart next up. It's the high-low to try and deny. But we've got that tour de force online for Wardell.
It is a big tool indeed. Penny with the Blade Storm too, but it's another one of these plays out towards mid. Pop flash up, Som takes the high ground, and they're just going to look to push on through. Still, there's a player in close. Zelsis could make a change, so too could Xander, but Tex takes him down.
Man, Xander has just been... Again, it's basically the same players dying the same way. Unfortunately, this time for version 1, they don't have Penny out towards B-Long to wrap back around the top of the site and trade some kills back instead. He's got the blades in hand inside the kitchen. He's gonna look to slice him up here, but Hayes is just too quick on the flick. NRG, they call their timeout. And now they creep towards the Prime Gaming flawless round to tie us up once more as Som plays inside the dark cover. Tour de force. All that Wardell really has to work with here. And it will subside going into the next round, so no reason not to full send on this one. Meanwhile, Zelsis, he's got to hang on to that rifle.
Yeah, he's recovering that rifle, and Wardell will now just look to save, but Som realizes the economic implications of this round, but dies in the end. NRG's money is brittle as well, so they can't really commit too much more.
0 point, doesn't quite get taken down. It finds the suppression onto Xander, who's forced to back away out towards Snowman. He'll go. No Viper util for another few moments. Should be just about online, and there it is. Hunter Shuri now trying to delay Zelsis. Falls early here in the site hit.
Heartbreaking loss early. Zelsis down means so much of that space over towards B lost. And Texas yet to be spotted looking for mid. If he can find Wardell here, that is an absolutely massive kill. Now someone has to reply. Someone has to come back and try and kill Tex, but he is already made it out. Getting away with the crime. Plants down. V1. Okay, here's the question. There's a world where they just save this one because their money going into the last round is going to be so tough, but it looks like they're going to make a go of it. Already 3 players ready for this retake.
Yeah, I think save would be the right call. They're going to have absolutely nothing to work with. The ults have already been used.
There it is.
The Bulldog and a couple of rifles, and yeah, they are headed for the hills. Now, on the inverse, only Som is really worse for wear here when it comes to credits. NRG not quick enough to read that they're looking to save and they're headed for the hills, but I don't think there's any reason not to go on the hunt.
No. Spike's still yet to explode, so time to do so, but V1 with the numbers still up. Looks like they'll...
A bit better initiating while you're attacking sites, but has really come online, started to wake up. Now ults aplenty on the side of NRG. Hunter Fury still good. From the shadows use, Som trying to garner some information. And a lot of people noted at this A site. And Wardell falls nice and early. Tech's just guessing for it.
And there's another mid lurk here. We've seen this so many times from NRG, and it has been so punishing versus V1. NRG hit the pause. They try and see if someone is going to push, someone's going to test Haze. And it looks like there is a player coming back on in. V1 is getting shaky. They're very much lacking in information here, but the trademark towards kitchen, the trademark towards B means for now they can hold the space.
Nothing triggered just yet. I know that they're still here. The paranoia semi confirms that, and well, there's two revealed. Wall goes down, so I'm trying to break it, and Tex, holding his ground deep, but here comes that flank. Xander was about to take a step out, but he looks away at the wrong time, and Hayes will finally capitalize. That is more than what you could have hoped for, and Hayes is doing it again. 3 kills coming on through, and Effie needs to hang on.